Yeah, there we go. That was wicked. I saw him coming. Whoa, he's running. First fish of the morning. Oh, it feels good. Okay, so we've come out here today with a mission in mind. I've caught a few nice pike on camera, but I've never caught a really big one. So, task for the next couple of days is to catch a pike over a metre. A metre pike can be anywhere, I guess, between one time a year, £12 and maybe £22, £23. So it's quite a wide spectrum, but it's classed, I guess, internationally as a great size pike. That's the mission for the next couple of days. We're going to be drift fishing to start with on the kayak. And to do that, I've kept the kit dead minimal, simple e-rider, couple of rods and reels. I've got big lures and small lures. And I've come to a smaller section of river. I'm just gonna let myself float down, cover every nook and cranny and just see if I can pull a fish out of somewhere. If that fails, we're gonna get the bigger boat out tomorrow with more of the tech and just see if we can sort something out with modern tactics with live sonar. So to start with, I've got the small setup. I've got 10cm cannibals on this setup, and the idea is I'm just covering little pockets under trees, bushes, just to see if there's fish where I can't target them efficiently with the bigger lures. If I was a pike, I'd be sat there. Sunny, shallow, weed bed, perfect place to ambush prey. Going to go slightly larger and swap up the colours. We've had one bite on the bait fish pattern, but I feel like now we're reaching more open water, it's just taking a little bit longer than I'd like to work through the swim. With a bigger lure I can retrieve it a bit quicker. Switched over to a gravity twitch. The bigger lures just haven't been getting any real response today, and the only bite I'd had was on a small cannibal shad. So I've got a lot of confidence in this lure. It catches both perch and pike for me, and not just small pike, big pike too. There we go. Come here. Just a little one. Oh, bloody hell. I'm making a big zero of this. Let's put the weight down. Alright, come here, buddy. Lovely. Nice little fish on the gravity twitch. They are out here. It's been hard work today. I've tried soft plastics and had one bite on the drop, but there we go. Slip this one back. Brilliant. The little guy. Well, I can't find which pocket the pliers are in, but that'll do. Little tiny guy. Oh, back you go. Grow big. So, yesterday was difficult. Wind picked up, and we didn't find as many fish upriver as I'd hoped we'd find. So today we've come back with the boat, a little bit of sonar kit and the bow mount, and that's going to help us fish a little bit more efficiently on the fish. Come to an area where the river's a bit wider, a bit bigger. We may even go onto one of the broads, and we're seeing some fish already. So I'm very hopeful that we've got a chance of some fish today, if not a very big one, which is the goal of the course. What we've got here is a load of holes, probably from like old dredgings, and surprisingly often fish will sit inside holes like this. So we'll hit anchor. We're still, I think that's my cast. So I'll run that through, just see if we can get anything to react, anything to come from these holes. Yeah, there we go. That was wicked, I saw him coming. Whoa, he's running. First fish of the morning. Oh, it feels good. This is my kind of breakfast. Oh shoot, he's going around the boat. Oh, I hate it when stuff like this happens. And we're unreasonably light gear. Oh gosh, this could be a metre fish. If not, probably 80-90 centimetres. It's fighting brilliantly hard. Whoa, back around the boat again. No, you know, I don't think he's that big, but I think he just feels fantastic. Probably because we've been waiting for a bite. Come here, come on. In the net, yes! Brilliant, first fish of the morning. Right, we'll sort this one out. Before I even bring a fish aboard the boat, I like to make sure that everything's organised and ready. She's just resting in the net at the moment. Wet the mat, you know, we'll do with carp, we should with pike. All fish are precious. I don't think it's that metre plus that we wanted, but it's a lovely fish to start the morning with. I mean, I think that run around the outboard really got me psyched. Yeah, I think we might push 80 centimetres on this one. So, pistol pliers, absolute favourite. Of course, some side cutters. It's not a huge lure, gravity twitch 95, my favourite. Targeting pike in cold conditions. Right, let's lift her in. Ooh, there we go. So, she's on the mat. I'm just going to get my hand under the gill there, and there we go. What a lovely fish to start a day with. Absolutely stunning fin perfect pike. Lovely. Oh, she's flexing that tail. Of course, if a fish like this tenses, best thing to do is as soon as you feel the fish tense, get it on the mat and out of the way. Let's try a measure. So yeah, we're a long way off. Right around where I guessed, it's an 80s fish, 87 centimetre. Fantastic fish to start, but we've got to improve on you, haven't we? So tactics have changed a little bit today. Initially, just to cover ground and fish, I'd planned to drift as I did yesterday, but bizarrely the wind has dropped and it's mill pond calm, which aren't my ideal pike fishing conditions. So to cover fish quickly today, we're going to use the bow motor and move from spot to spot. Trawling under power is actually banned on the Broads, so any fishing we have to do has to be while stationary, hence why this kind of sonar sharpshooting tactic can be so deadly. So yeah, I'm just creeping away at kind of the same speed that I drift on the wind, and you know, as I'm going, I'm having a look around. So I can't cast while I'm doing this. Love to, but can't. So I'm just going to cover ground, scan around. When I see an area that's holding some bream, I'll stop and fish, or some roach, I'll stop and fish. And if I'm really lucky, like just back then, I'll see a pike laying up in structure and be able to directly target it, which is really cool and kind of a novelty to me. Yeah, there we go. This is tiny, but it just shows tucked up in these trees, there's fish there. Oh, little guy. You're about the size of the one I finished up on yesterday. So flying hook here, just be a little bit careful with that. I tried try and sort him out at the side of the boat. He's sorted that flying hook out. Yeah, there we go. Covered in leeches, really dormant these fish at the moment. Yeah, absolutely covered in leeches. Nice and swiftly unhooked, let's get him straight back. Lovely, number 2. Been really hard work today. We've had a few fish drifting, but for the most part, you know, trying to target individual fish and really smack it past their face has been the way to get them. A case of shove it in their face and make them take. Force feeding, I like to call it. Yep, there we go. Today, you know, we've got southwesterly warm wind. It froze overnight, and now we're sort of got sunshine, and I've had to drop layers, it's so warm. And what I've noticed is the fish have come up really shallow, and they're effectively sunbathing, just like carp would do in a lake on a warm day. They're really lethargic, they're just out here enjoying themselves. This is the 145 50 gram version. Also got the freestyler jerkbait, so I'm going to maybe try these two and just see if I can trigger fish on these two patterns. Just see if we can aggravate something a bit larger. We've just hooked up another little one, and in typical style, we were just on the drift, and the GoPro just missed it. Not a huge fish, but again, another sporting pike on the gravity twitch, and he's totally inhaled that. That's a take and a half. Just going to have to be careful of flying hooks here. Check carefully as you put your fingers in, and there we go. Whoa! Stunning little guy. Another guy absolutely covered in leeches. Look at all of those. But it just shows how dormant these fish have been recently. Super dormant. Well, lively little guy. Whoa. Oh, off he goes. He wanted to go back. It's quite interesting today. I mean, if I had to pick my favourite pike conditions, it'd probably be like a southwesterly wind, fair breeze, and definitely low air pressure for the bigger fish. The conditions we've picked today are quite unfavourable, we'll say. So we've had heavy overnight frost and high air pressure, something like 1,045 millibar, and I can't really recall ever fishing anything like that. It's really interesting because on the sonar we're seeing a lot of suspended fish, but a lot of really inactive suspending fish, and my usual lure set really isn't working at the moment, and I think it's just purely due to the fussy mood that these fish are in. So with the gravity twitches, what makes them kind of unique and special for this kind of fishing is the fact that you can suspend and pause these lures for so long. I mean, between drifting and using the live sonar, I can really kind of feed it to the pike in the way that the pike wants it. And we're showing it to a lot of fish for just a few takes. But we are catching fish, and that's the important thing, especially in tough conditions. And the idea is, I'm starting the lure in the cover with a little bit of aggression. So the first thing I'm doing, I'm landing that lure, and I'm going to give it quite a fast rip out, and then I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to twitch it, pause, twitch, pause, and it's that little moment of being able to suspend the lure right in the strike zone, which I think sets it apart in these kind of really tough conditions for the lethargic fish. Just being able to hover a lure on the spot for as long as you need to can make a real difference, and partnering that with something like live sonar where you can see the fish's reaction gives you a real edge. And it has put a few real quality fish in the boat for me this winter, but I'm getting the feeling we may struggle with our metre plus target. I'm not giving up yet though, I'm not giving up. Right behind it. Yay! He's small enough to catch. And they are moody today, but we've covered a lot of decent fish, but we've had a lot of dodgy follows and rejected takes, but it seems like the little tiny ones are consistent at least. And it's entertaining watching them come barreling across the Broad. Well, it's been tough. We set out on the boat mid-morning as the sun was beginning to warm up the water. Had a decent fish at the start, and it's just gone sort of down from there. We've thrown those at a lot of fish, had a lot of follows, a lot of little contacts, but really it's just a smaller stamp of fish that are feeding. Interesting day, pressure's super high. It's gone from being warm to being super cold overnight, and I think that's just put them in a funny mood. We've got a little bit of daylight left, so fingers crossed we'll get one more, and we'll show it on camera if we do. Yes, there we go. Whoa, big perch. Boom. From the gravity twitch. You absolutely can't make it up. I tried and tried to do that 20-pound pike, and it wasn't happening with those jacks. We did get that one lovely fish at 87 centimetres, but would you believe it, persevering with that gravity twitch has paid off, and we've got a lovely 40 centimetre, 2 pound plus perch. What a stunning fish, and it shows how persevering with these small hard baits can really pay off, even in the toughest of winter conditions. I'm dead thrilled with that.